Hello, and welcome back to Burrows. So we're finally at Felix's house? I mean, we arrived last episode, but... we're in the house now. It's neat. We walked up the stairs and into Felix's room. Is this his bedroom? Okay. Everyone plops down into what must be their usual spots. I stand in the doorway trying to take in everything. His desk has about four of those computers on it, a tangled nest of cables trailing behind them. Stacks of 3-ring binders lie next to his bed. He grabs one off the top and starts combing through them, circling things with a pencil and nods. Italian Caesar seems to be going over notes as well. My confusion must be apparent as Chug pulls me over to his corner by my sleeve and sits me down.
Hey, come here. I gotta explain all this crap to you.
I'm not sure about this. Everyone seems pretty serious.
I promise, it gets fun. There's just a lot to keep track of, so we take some time to go over the last session's notes. I have a hard time remembering everything, so I like to doodle our adventures in my notebook. Check it.
He shows me some charmingly rudimentary crayon drawings of his adventuring party. He seems to really like illustrating the battle scenes. Okay, so give me the rundown.
Oh boy, and here's where we lose him.
Oh boy, and here's where we lose him.
Alright, so here's a character sheet. First we need to pick your race.
Huh? Like my species?
No, like if you're an elf or gnome. Halfling. Tall dude, wide dude, or little dude.
Let's stick with the little dude motif.
Cool. Next, we choose your class. That'll determine what kind of damage you do.
What's everyone else do?
Assassin. I hide in the shadows and sneak attack enemies from behind.
A fighter. I hit people with my axe until they die.
And I'm a cleric. I heal everyone and take damage.
Not to metagame or anything, but you guys severely lack range damage.
I was thinking the same thing. Dude, you should pick one of the magic classes. That increased our team's balance.
Magic, huh? I glance over the remaining options under the section marked magic users. Every time I try to focus on the words, they start to blur. It's just too much information. I want to support Chug's interest, but my eyes stop at the bottom of the page, where a new class description had barely began before being cut off. Druid.
Didn't expect you to go for that one.
Felix coughs dramatically, shaking his head at me. Negative. Gnomes can't be druids. Huh? Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Because their stats are built for combat, and the rules don't have a table for a gnome druid.
So make one. You're the DM.
What? You don't want a challenge? Felix grumbles, flipping to a new page of his binder and clicking his pen. You're lucky I just so happen to be developing such a table in my very limited spare time. Thanks, Felix.
Whoa, dude's learned how to work the turd.
He picks up on stuff fast, huh?
Okay then, all that's left is to name your character.
Name him No. It'll be funny. This seems kind of important. I should pick a good name that emphasizes the mystery of such a magical being. What the? What is this word? What is this? What is this word? What? Foul? Oh no. No. Oh god. No.
Whoa, that's a creative one. How'd you think it?
I don't know, it just came to me. You sure it's good?
It's fine. Can we start now?
You in a rush to get KO'd again?
We told you to check for traps, dude.
You literally have advantage, and a +2 on checking for traps.
Let's just get started.
Everyone scoots over to the large rug in the center of the room as Felix begins setting up props. There's some final murmuring before he shushes us. Welcome to the Macabre Theater and of the Twisted Tortoise. That is what that word is. Yeah, maybe? I will play your host, a spectator and executioner. All who bear witness to the tales which transpire in these hallowed halls must swear themselves to the utmost secrecy, lest they wish to forfeit their tongues. Is he serious?
We still don't know.
You are about to enter the magical world of Torteria. Okay. A land rich in both wine and wisdom, war and peace, life and death. Does he really have to do this every session? Silence. The game begins now. Who among you wants to give a brief rundown for the new party member? I'll do it. So speaketh the heathen fighter? A sheathen. Huh, a virgin anyway. Last session, we had finished raiding the mines and went back to Crest Hill to tell the chief it was safe again. Then we were treated to a hero's feast, took a long rest, and were about to pick up where to go next.
You skipped the part where I totally banged the shopkeeper's daughter to get us a discount on potions.
Yes, I did. I'm never RPing a session like that again, for the record.
I thought it was kinda hot. Next time, just tell us to leave the room.
Fuck you.
But my name isn't, Felix.
That's all you guys, that's all you guys got done one session? How long did it take?
5 hours, give or take.
What? Anyway, once I clap, everyone must resume talking in character. 1, 2...
Titties.
For the love of... 3. He claps before waving his hands around dramatically, as if he was, weaving some mystical force around himself. There's a moment of silence before he mimics pulling a hood over his face, and sits behind a cardboard screen, staring at us menacingly. Let us begin. Well, these are adorable! The party scours over the map. Wait, scores? Yeah, scores over the map in the castle's war room. The conflict in the Crest Hill cavern is still fresh on their minds. Weapons speckled with blood of their enemies weigh on their battle-weary bodies, scarred from countless... wait. I assume... Wait, Guinevere? Okay. Gwen doesn't have any scars. She's barely taken any damage so far. Mental scars, then. Regardless, 3 paths lay before you. The path towards the Eternal Plains. Lake Hydra. Or the Enchanted Woods.
As the leader of the party, I suggest we check the lake first. The old wizard told us we need to collect the elemental stones before he could power up our weapons.
As the what? The steely rogue slams the table with the hilt of his silver dagger, hissing at the cleric. What? Yeah, I don't know. I don't recall electing you as our leader, priest. Seal Scale does as he pleases. Guys. The bulky half-orc fighter steps in between the two, placing a hand on her battle axe as a warning. Cool it, you two. We need to go into this with our hearts in the right place. Remember what the old wizard said.
Right, the Dark Lord has the power to corrupt us if we surrender to despair. Brother, I'll avenge you in the name of our divine goddess. May our hearts be protected by the Platinum Dragon's power.
The halfling hisses at our pious shark, walking over from the group to sulk in the corner. Whatever. Pray to your precious Bahamut. I answer only to the shadows. Regardless, we must pick a path forward. What say you, newcomer?
That's you, Chug.
Right. Hello, I'm No. I was... Oh boy, here we go. Just improvise. I know you can do it. I was sent by the wizard, as an emissary of the gnomes.
That's it, dude.
Well met. No? What skills do you possess? I am a druid. One sec. I am a druid. I hold power over the forces of nature. I have come to aid you in your quest. Great job. Welcome to the party. I am Guinevere of the Cradled Coast. We seek to destroy the darkness. Destroy the darkness spread by the Dreg. The Dregs are the skeletal army of the Dark Lord. Thanks. Yes, that is my desire as well. Wonderful. New meat, fresh for the slaughter.
Silence, scoundrel. Well, no, it's as Gwen said. The choice is yours. Plains, lake, or wood.
The gnome pauses, the weight of the options. The woods. My power shall be greater there.
Wow, great voice.
Not bad. I will act as your envoy, so as not to trespass upon the territory of the fairies. Right, a smart thinking, no?
Wow, he got into character fast.
But the Fae aren't supposed to show up until... No, I can work with this. With their destination set, the party says their farewells to the chief as they return to the open road. It's approximately 11 a.m. What will the party do?
I have to take a leak.
It's implied that everyone used the bathroom before they left.
No, I need to go piss, right now.
Oh. Be quick. Chug bumps my shoulder, grinning with pride.
Dude, that was good! You understood the vibe right away.
Yeah, And that stuff about fairies was spot on. You sure you've never played before? I don't know. The words just flopped out. Well, nice to know I won't have to hold back now. It's weird. This should all feel foreign to me, yet I jump straight into the role, almost as if I've done this before. I hear a flush from another room, and Caesar slinks back in, fixing his belt. All right, bladder is sufficiently empty. Let's resume. The turtle claps as we get back into character. As previously stated, you're standing on the main road, heading towards the enchanted woods. You can already spot the tall pines towards the east, and about a 2 hours journey.
All right, I'll man the cart this time.
Make an animal handling check.
Seriously, every time.
Yes.
We've been taking care of these horses for at least 6 months at this point.
Just do it. Chug rolls the dice and grabs his character sheet, adding up numbers on his fingers.
Oh, that's 16.
The horses neigh happily at you, feeling comfortable in your presence.
Yeah, so like I said.
I stayed outside the cart, stalking it from behind, hiding within the tree line. You edgy little... I'm sorry. Did you want to get ambushed by bandits again, wench? Of course, my mistake, as you were, cretin. I'll sit near, Sure. Towards the front. I have much to ask you about these lands.
But of course, ask away, newcomer.
For brevity's sake, we'll say you arrive at the edge of the woods after this conversation. Okay, so... While I, of course, know this mission, I want to make sure you lot were on the same page.
To put it simply, our goal is to collect the 3 elemental stones of power, bring them to the ancient shrine, and offer them to the old wizard, who will, in turn, bestow them with the power to repel evil.
Right. Once we're done, we'll be able to storm the capital of the damned and take on the Lord of Shadows himself. Then, our fair land will be safe from his evil tyranny, once and for all. Makes sense, yes? Very good. You guys are 100% correct. The rogue scoffs at the folly of our heroes. His superior senses allow him to hear this conversation, even from outside, apparently. Wait, so we are destroying the Lord of Shadows?
Indeed.
Are your friends, C-scale? Sure. Has an affinity for the shadows. Yes, and he never misses an opportunity to remind us.
Don't blow my cover, dude.
Wow.
You would.
Why am I not surprised Caesar would betray everyone? I saw everything. I saw something about moral alignments in the rulebook. I guess this game lets you play however you want. It's an interesting notion, and not having to always do the right thing and play the hero. I haven't decided how I want to play this character yet either.
No.
Never mind. Just let my mind wander. We shall not jump to conclusions.
Indeed.
But...
But?
It's an interesting query, is it not? It is rather curious. Surely you jest? hypothetical, then.
Pardon?
If we were to all betray each other, how would everyone do it? The room goes quiet. I didn't expect that from him, not gonna lie.
Yeah, he beat me to it.
The druid offers his morbid proposition. You may choose not to respond. However, if you do, he can roll to test if you're lying.
I suppose I'll go first.
Chug takes a deep breath and lets it out slowly.
The humble Brine of Witherwood, promise you that I would sooner lay upon the sword myself than think of betraying you. No, I swore an oath to protect my friends.
No. Would you like to make a perception check? No. I believe he is telling the truth.
Huh, I appreciate your faith in me.
Chug rubs his shoulders and I smile back at him. Even in a game, there's no way this big lug would ever hurt me. What about the rest of you then? Well, I'm the best in terms of sheer strength, so I'd probably just challenge you to a fight, fair and square, make sure that you'd have a sporting chance. Oh, I appreciate the warning, at least. And, say Scale, if you're still there.
If I decide to betray you idiots, let's just say you wouldn't see it coming.
As expected as much. I expected as much. Glad you're on our side, then.
Right.
And you, no? How would you do it? I pause to think. I'm not even sure why I asked this anymore. Well, first, I would try to lure you all to a place where I have an advantage. Tell you it would be in the greater interest of our quest. Then, I would take out the biggest threat first. The fighter girl would need to be separated from the group and disposed of discreetly. After that, I would try to lure the rogue onto my side, only to stab him in the back when he least expects it. And then? I catch myself choking up. I feel myself choking up. Glancing up from the carpet, I see Chug's eyes glistening. Shit. Nay, this was a foolish topic. Forgive my waffling. It felt like I wasn't even the one talking for a second there. Okay. I think I'll end the part here. So I will see you all around.